Bonne et heureuse année à vous tous. Puisque le disque est un moyen d'expression, permettez-moi de vous adresser nos meilleurs vœux pour l'année 1967.
If money were absolutely no object, what would you choose to do in life? What is your passion? You know, what would you do if you didn't have to care at all about money? And so I thought, okay, if I won the lottery, you know, if money didn't matter whatsoever, what would I do? And I thought, oh, I would love to travel, I would love to explore, I love being outside, I love being in nature, I love being with dogs. I grew up with dogs, I love the company of dogs, and so I just thought, well, hang on, that sounds very much like what a dog walker would do. I was born in just outside of London, in a place called Kingston upon Thames. I went to school there, I grew up there, I lived there for 18 years. Then I ended up studying business and French, or international management and French, at university in Bath in the west of England. Went away, did a ski season in a place called Val d'Isère in the French Alps, which was probably my downfall, and also my greatest achievement. From there, in a very brief recap, I moved back to London, which I had to because the winter was over, so that's sort of the idea. And unfortunately I ended up working in finance for 5 years, firstly on the outskirts of London, and then up in a place called Canary Wharf, which is a big financial centre up in London. I got to the age of, how old was I? 26, 27, and I just thought there must be more to life than this. You know, I was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to take a train at 6:20 every morning. And the reason I took that train was if I took the 32-minute past 6, I wouldn't have a seat any of the way into work. So in London, if you want to even sit down on your 1 hour commute into the office, you have to get up before 6 o'clock, be on the train by 6:20. And the worst thing was that most of the time I wasn't really doing anything. In London, and especially in finance, you have to get in the morning before your boss, and you have to leave after your boss, because that way your boss thinks that you're working much harder than you are. And it's a competition for who can just be sat at their desk pretty much wasting their life for the most time. And that is not a way to live a life. You end up living for the weekend, and then the weekends you drink to basically forget what your working life has become, which is actually turns out to become a huge portion of your life. Luckily, after about 4.5 years, I cracked and decided that I wanted to go back and find my passion for life and not do this anymore. So I went in, told my boss that that was it, I'd had enough, and that I was going to leave and go to the Alps. And I moved out there and lived there for 2 years. And whilst I was living out there, I ended up meeting a Norwegian girl. And again, another downfall to my life. But after 18 months of us being together, she moved back to Oslo, and I came and lived here. And so my passion for dogs was there, and my passion for nature from having grown up around it was evident, and I decided that there was definitely a market for a dog walking company here in Oslo. I could see that 1 or 2 other people were doing it, and I was looking at it and I was like, whoa, these people take like 8, 10, 15 dogs all on short leads and like walk around, and that doesn't look too much fun, and they seem to do it in city parks. And I thought, wow, there's an opportunity here, you know. I would love to be out there 5 days a week, and I basically get paid to be an adventurer and hang out with dogs. And it's so, I don't think this is one of my customers, but I can hear one. And it's so rewarding to be able to take dogs that otherwise would be inside whilst their owners are working long days, you know, 8, 9, 10, maybe more hours, And these dogs, they love it. I have no regrets. Absolutely no regrets. Quitting finance, but no regrets. Everything I've done since that time, not all of it has been fun and laughs, but all of it has been what I want to do. It has been, you know, if for too many days in a row I wasn't doing something that I loved, I would just change. It's so easy to think in our heads, oh, you know, I can't do this because I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got... No, just change. There was a quote last night that I heard, which was that there are many things in life that you can fail at. So you might as well fail at doing something that you love, because otherwise, if you fail at doing something you hate, oh my God, like what could be worse? What could be worse? Like, okay, so do you know what? Like, I'm not saying that the dog walking business will go on for like eternity, for years and years. You know. I don't know when, you know, no one knows what's going to happen, but I am loving doing it at the moment. I get so much reward from it, and it's such a good feeling, and I get to share that feeling with other people who I get to give the opportunity to have a similar feeling, and that is fantastic.